Hi drummers, hope you're well. Little rolling triplety drum fill here with a 6-stroke roll and a nice bass drum at the end for you. This is for drummers around the grade 3 or 4 level who are getting that shuffling swing feel going and just looking to add a bit of spice to their drum fills. Here it comes. So I'll slow it right down for you. Now, like I say, around the sort of grade 3 level, we start playing with a shuffle feel more and more, and we also start playing faster double strokes. So double strokes that would be, fast enough to be rebounded, like it says in the Trinity grade 3 book. So I thought it'd be a nice chance to sort of include those elements. And the other thing is adding in the bass drum a little bit more in your triplety sort of rolling fills. So yeah, again, I'll throw that in. So it's just the first little delve, if you're at that kind of level, into doing those two things. When we start playing a shuffle, first of all, especially if you're thinking about Trinity, maybe rock and pop here and you're improvising, that swing or blues feel or shuffle comes in at grade 3, this kind of thing. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And typically when we get to our drum fills, or certainly in the lessons that I teach, the sort of two main things we think of at first with your fills are triplets. Typically with a single stroke roll at first, I guess. That's a good place to start because, of course, the swing feel is based on the undercurrent of triplets, 8th note triplets. So that feel can reveal itself in the drum fill when you play triplets, and then also just the swing feel itself around the kit. Literally swung 8th notes, quite a good place to start, or some combination of those things. Those are all good things to start with. And then another thing I've talked about quite a bit is you could, if you're playing your triplet, start to put in some accents. Change up the sticking. Again, I've made videos about this. I'll link to all these videos in the description below or above, by the way. So right, left, left, the bounce triplet. Or right, right, left. Or combinations of those. And then all of those things I've said so far combined. And then just once kind of assuming you've kind of got that kind of vocabulary going, like I said at the start of this video, the two things we then want to sort of add in typically are, some faster doubles, some diddles in there. So that idea of, without changing the number of wrist movements that you make, doubling up. So in other words, playing a little bounce double to get like 2 notes for the price of 1. And then adding in the kick drum, right? So this drum fill does both of those things. Let's have a little look. Now on the first beat, we're playing 1 triplet, so right, left, right. But on the trip and the let of beat 1, 1 triplet, we're going to play diddles, bounce doubles, right? So 1 triplet. You got it? 1 triplet. 1 triplet. Okay, on beat 2, we're just going to play 2 triplet. Left, right, left, assuming that you're right-handed. You reverse all these stickings, of course, if you're left-handed. And then we're going to play a nice accent on beat 1 on the beat 2 as well. So really, when we play the triplet of beat 1, think of those nice, quiet ghost notes. In fact, all the unaccented notes, I tend to think of them as ghosted notes, right? So that's the first half of the bar. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, like accents on the beat basically, but on the triplet of beat 1, you're doubling up. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet. This is the first half of the drum fill. You got it? Nice big molar style whips for the accents. You might have noticed that's a 6-stroke roll, so right, left, left, right, right, left, like up to and including beat 2 itself is a 6-stroke roll. There's a slight longer gap, obviously, between the first and the second hit in the 6-stroke roll. You could also think of this for that reason as a 5-stroke roll, starting on the trip of beat 1. So starting here, whatever you call it. I would think of it as a 6-stroke roll, just with a little gap between the first and the second hit. Whatever you want to call it, that's what it is. And in the second half of the bar, we're going to go right, left, right for beat 3. So single strokes, but the right stick is accented, left is quiet. And then on beat 4, we're going to go left, left, kick. Those lefts will be quiet. And the kick, just in the name of getting the kick drum involved, really. So second half of the bar. And because that's the end of the drum fill, obviously, assuming that you're going to play a kick on beat 1, which most of the time we do, when we go back into our groove, you'll go bom, bom, when you start the groove again. The second half of the bar leading into a groove. And a lot of the time I was playing the second accent just for fun. I thought it sounded good on a different drum, like a tom-tom. Let's recap. Beat 1. Beat 2. So the first half. Again. And beat 3. Let's take the second accent down to the floor tom. And beat 4. So the second half, beats 3 and beats 4. Okay, let's play the whole thing real slow. So 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, triplet, 2 triplet, 3, a bit faster. And here it comes. Okay, let's pick it up. Now, because you're going into it with a right stick, what I often did there is I actually stopped on beat 4 of the groove just before it, rather than playing the very last 8th note, just to kind of set up that right stick on the beat. If you want to, and you can, you feel comfortable, you could play the very last 8th note of groove like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... But very often I would just drop out on the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. To facilitate getting into the fill really cleanly. So just a bit of fun. People have asked me a lot about 6-stroke roll. People have asked me a lot about adding bass drum into fills, and people have asked me loads and loads about, like, you know, inspiration for drum fills for that shuffle swung blues thing, particularly around grade 3, grade 4. So hopefully that's useful. That'll just get you started. Of course, that's just one example of millions of possibilities. But have some fun with that. Let me know how you find it. Thanks a million for watching as always. Happy New Year. I hope you had a great Christmas and New Year. And please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I appreciate it so much when people do that. Huge thanks to everyone who's done that over the Christmas period. And a huge thanks, of course, to all the amazing people who've supported this channel via my Buy Me a Coffee support page. Appreciate it so much. Lovely people buy me a coffee over Christmas. I'll make a list and do shout outs next video. So thanks a million for that. And all the people who are signing up as members as well. You can sign up now as a member of this channel for drum support. It's a £10 a month membership, and you get, I'll write you a personalized practice plan, you get a complimentary Zoom session or face-to-face session when we can do that again if you like. A whole load of other great features. Members video once a week, shortly to be twice a week. A whole load of other stuff. Drum support. I'll send you video responses, email you back with your questions, all that kind of stuff. And of course, you'd be supporting the channel, helping it grow. So thanks a million. Lovely. Got a message just before I recorded this video. Mr. T today signed up. Thanks a million, Mr. T. Appreciate it so much. And thanks a million for watching as always. Any questions, give us a shout. See you soon.